Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be making some stewed goat. I made this a couple weeks ago on my Instagram and I promised you guys a recipe for this. However, I haven't been able to deliver, so today we bought some fresh goat, and this is just 1 kilo of fresh goat meat that I got from the Asian shops. And all I will be doing is giving this a quick little wash with some lime and vinegar. Okay, got my limes here, and this is just 1 lime that I'm gonna be giving a good little rinse. All right, my vinegar. Now cleaning this is very straightforward. All I will be doing is just removing this excess fat here, because I don't really like fat in my meat, so I just try to clean up all these excess bits. Okay, so now that my goat meat is nicely cleaned, what I want to now do is to season it up. As I go along, I will be showing you the seasonings that I'm using, but anyway, let's get started because I don't want this video to be too long. As mentioned, this is 1 kilogram of fresh goat meat that I got from the Asian shops. Okay, you can get it from your local butchers or wherever you like. Okay, I'm now going in with some salt. Okay, just a nice little layer of salt to coat the goat. And then I'm going in with some my adobo. Okay, and just put a generous amount of adobo on here. Okay, after I've added in my adobo, I'm now gonna go in with some of my sazon. I love this seasoning. This is why I use it in nearly everything. Okay, so I'm now going in with my sazon. Okay, just a generous amount of sazon on here, and we're also gonna put in some black pepper. You guys have seen this black pepper quite often. Okay, and this is the black pepper that I'm using. Then I'm gonna put in some of my green seasoning. This is the green seasoning that I made last week, and it's still going strong. Put in a nice generous amount in there. Okay, and last but not least, I'm gonna go in with some of my meat seasoning. Okay, you can use all-purpose seasoning if you don't have this meat seasoning. All right, just put my meat seasoning on there like so. And final ingredient is just a little bit of curry powder. Okay, just a tiny little bit of curry powder, and then we're gonna mix that all up together. Okay, so I'm just using this spoon here like so, and just give this a nice little mix up, you know, just to get all your meat nicely seasoned. All right, and this is fresh goat meat, by the way, so the cooking time will be way less than if you were using frozen goat meat. Okay, so I just thought maybe I'll let you guys know that. Okay, just mix this up for about a minute or so, and then we're just gonna set it aside. And this is how it looks now that it's all seasoned. You can go ahead and put it in the fridge to marinate for about an hour, but it's about 4 p.m. here, and this should take me about an hour and a half to cook roughly, or just under an hour and a half. So I'm literally just gonna let this sit for about 5-10 minutes before we go ahead and stew it up. Okay, but if you have lots of time, feel free to let it marinate for as long as you like, 2 hours, overnight, whatever you prefer. Okay, so goat meat nicely seasoned. Now you guys know that my favorite method of stewing is using the brown stew method. I don't really like when you braise the meat and then you add in browning and all that stuff. I prefer to make my own homemade browning. Not that I'm knocking the bottle browning, I just prefer this one. Okay, so this is why I use it all the time. Okay, so I've just gone in with some vegetable oil, and I'm just going in with about a heaping tablespoon of sugar, and I'm gonna be caramelizing this to make my own browning to put in my goat meat. All right, so let this caramelize. Should take about 2-3 minutes. You guys have seen this process many times. and I just feel like by the time you watch this, you should probably be a pro at browning by now. So our sugar is starting to get all firmy and nice, and from then on it's all about timing. Okay, you want this to get to a nice like dark brown color before you add in the meat, because if you add it in prematurely, as I've always told you guys, it is going to be white. All right, this is the kind of brown that you're after. So now you're just gonna go ahead and add in your meat. Okay, perfect. Now you want to reserve that bowl for later. Our meat is looking amazing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just mix up my meat in this nice browning that we made. Okay, and make sure your heat is not too high. All right, you want to keep your heat on low to medium, because you really do not want this to dry out too quickly. Okay, so just keep on stirring for about a minute roughly, and then we're gonna cover this up because we want it to start releasing some juices. That way it will start to really stew up and the flavor will just intensify. So I've been checking my goat meat continuously for the past 2 to 3 minutes, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is to give this a good little stir up. Okay, now as you can see, it's starting to take a bit of color. There isn't much liquid in there, and I am now gonna go in and add in some liquid. Now to the bowl that we seasoned that goat meat in, I'm adding in about 2 cups of water and giving this a good little swirl around, because we want to get all the leftover seasonings from that bowl. Okay, and then what you're gonna do now is to just pour that into your goat meat. See this? Pour it into your goat meat, and then you're gonna let that simmer for just over an hour. Okay, now I'm gonna put the heat on low at this point, because we really don't want this to cook too quickly where the water dries up and we have to keep topping it. So this is my goat meat after an hour and about 10 minutes. Okay, and I didn't have to add in any liquid at all. As you can see, it's starting to fall off the bone already. See how this, basically the meat has just been detached from this. See that? It's just so soft. See this? It's just falling off the bone. And this took about an hour and 10 minutes roughly. Okay, and I did mention that fresh goat cooks quicker than frozen goat meat. So if you have goat meat and it takes over an hour or an hour and a half, that is absolutely fine, because sometimes you find that the fresher the meat, the quicker it cooks. Okay, so this is the goat meat. Okay, and I didn't add in any more seasonings to this because it was seasoned already. So, and this is stew goat, Terri-Anns kitchen style. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It was so simple, guys. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will definitely be seeing you in my next one. Bye bye. So I just finished making some coconut rice and lentils on my stories, and it's now time to reveal this beauty. Now you know we need to fluff that up. So there we go. Our beautiful rice and lentils. And it's got coconut milk. Do you see how beautiful? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at this. And like I mentioned, I just showed how I made this on my story, so you can check it out. So pretty. Okay, nice, not mushy, just gorgeous stuff.